Can you sell your home in a difficult real estate market? Absolutely. But how we do that today is much different than how we would years ago in a different real estate market. I'm John Rurkowski. I help families transition to the next chapter in their life, and I'd love to answer any questions you may have here on the Real Estate Insights channel. And if you like what you're hearing and you want to learn more about the real estate process, etc., subscribe to the channel. And if you have a question or comment, leave it below. I'd be glad to answer it individually to you in case we don't connect in the near future. So when buyers have more choices, we have less room for error when it comes to listing a property. And I've got the top 5 things that you can do today to properly position your home to sell in the least amount of time, for the highest net to you, and having the least stressful transaction you can imagine. And like usual, I make some notes, I write them down, I put them in a Word document so I can actually read what I want to share with you so I don't miss any of my points that I wanted to share with you today. So 5 things you must do to sell your home in a tough market. Number 1, price for today's market, not yesterday's market. What's the market doing? Is it going up? Is it going down? And we always want to position ourselves just ahead of that curve. Because in a market which is going up crazily, like for example in 2021 or 22, where there was lines out the door for open houses and people were making offers with no contingencies, we could properly price it higher because we know that the market's going that way, and the lack of inventory gave us that room to go higher. In a market in which things are not that way, maybe stable or going down a little bit, would you rather price it here when the market's going down here, or just below that curve to get the most interest? Obviously, you know what the answer to that is. You don't want to be the highest priced home, compared to other homes like yours. You want to be the least expensive home, given, the condition, etc. So price for today's market is the number 1 thing you can do today to properly sell your home in the quickest amount of time and for the best net. Condition matters more when buyers have choices, right? I mean, let's think about the produce section at your local grocery store. Let's just pick bananas, for example. They're all about the same. There's hundreds of bananas sitting there. They're all about the same color, etc. We've got more choices. And if there were some brown bananas on the bottom, let's say you don't like brown bananas, are you going to choose that brown banana or take the ones that are just about to be ripened? Same thing with properties, okay? Inventory matters, and how we appear as a first impression to a buyer matters. So that's why conditions matter more than ever. When inventory increases, buyers become pickier, right? That's true for any product. Produce, clothing, cars, whatever it might be. Sellers don't necessarily need to renovate everything, but they should address the things buyers notice immediately. And we've talked about this on previous videos. Cleanliness, clutter, odors, landscaping, paint, obvious deferred maintenance, lighting, and overall presentation. One thing I see in so many homes, which is such an indicator to me, and I'm sure to a buyer, on how the property is maintained, is the air filter. You walk into a home and you see that the air filter has not been changed in months. And it's right down there along the baseboard. It's easy to get to. It's not like it's up in a vaulted ceiling, which I can understand why people don't change that often. But if it's easy to do, change the air filter. Okay, follow these simple steps on different ways that we can improve and put your home in the best light to, again, get the best offer, the best net in the shortest amount of time for you. And going back to pricing, the biggest mistake in pricing is basing your price on what your neighbors got for their home. It doesn't matter what your neighbor got for their home. Okay, different time, different place, different home. almost every home is different, right? It's unless you're in a cookie cutter brand new neighborhood where everything is beige and everything's the same, then your home most likely is going to be very different from the neighboring property. So when pricing matters, we're going to take that into consideration, looking at your unique property. And again, recapping, the second most thing is the condition. Third, you don't have to make your home perfect. You have to make it competitive. Where are you in the marketplace within your subdivision? How is it priced? How does it appear? What's the curb appeal? Okay, buyers are out there looking. There are properties being sold every day, even in a difficult market. And I did some quick research before this video. 242 homes sold this weekend in Tampa Bay. 242. Now, why did they sell? I'm guessing that of these 5 things we're going over today, most of them, if not all, were covered. And recapping, price, condition, and now not making your home look perfect, but making competitive. Make it easy to buy the home. When somebody walks into your property, first of all, they're not going to look at your property at all if it's not priced right. If they're looking for a 3-2 in your subdivision with a pool and a 2-car garage, and all the other properties in that subdivision are 500, and you've got yours listed at 600, are they going to even bother looking? Most likely not, unless it's got such features that demand somebody to come into that similar property for $100,000 more. Selling isn't only about price. Flexible showing, availability, reasonable closing dates, considering concessions. Because it's a buyer's market in so many areas, we've got to be available. That home has always got to be able to be shown, like right now. I always try to give the seller at least 2 hours notice, if not more. But things happen when we're out there showing properties. Let's say somebody's driving in a neighborhood and they see a sign on your home. Is it ready to be shown right now in case that agent calls and they want to set up a showing? If it's not, it should be. We cannot lose an opportunity for a buyer to see the property. We want to create as many opportunities as possible, starting with great photos, curb appeal, all the things we're going to discuss when I meet with you to sell the property. Because again, we want to put your property in the best light to get you the best net in the quickest amount of time. Flexible showing availability, reasonable closing dates. As I mentioned, flexibility, sellers, we have to be flexible here. If the market was reversed, we don't have to be flexible. But being the market that it is right now in August of 2026, flexibility is key on your part as a seller. Addressing insurance-related concerns can sometimes be more valuable than a price reduction. We've discussed in other videos the importance of inspections and having a home inspection and 4-point inspection done prior to listing the property. Why? Because those are issues that are going to have to be addressed once we go under contract. Wouldn't it be great to have uploaded into MLS or on the table at the open house? Here is the inspection report. Here are the things that were noted by the inspector, and here were the repairs that were already done. Of course it will. I've actually had buyers thank me for that report, because now that they can use that as ammunition for themselves to say, hey, this home is worth this. The seller took the time to make sure all the 4-point items were addressed prior to getting on the market. Okay? These are, as you can see, we're building a case here for why buyers are going to want to see your home and make an offer in a fairly short time frame. The fourth thing is your first impression is now online. People are looking online months ahead of a time before buying a home. So what's the key? Number one, professional photos. Okay, we're going to get that home decluttered, cleaned up. Take a look today when you're online. Look at homes. Would you even consider going into some of these homes that are a mess? No. Unless you're a flipper looking to, lowball a home, most people are not going into a property that doesn't show well online. Professional photography, strong listing presentation, video, compelling property information, and broad exposure matters. Okay? Simple. The seller isn't just competing against the house down the street. They're competing against every other listing showing up on the buyer's phone. Now, if a buyer has a specific home or a subdivision in mind because of a school zone, because it's close to other family, whatever it might be, then they're probably looking in that specific subdivision. But if they're not looking in a specific subdivision, rather they're looking in a city or town, then they're comparing your home to every other home that fits their budget and their criteria. Most people are looking by price. That's the most, because they're qualified for X amount of dollars. So they're in a price range of looking for a property. After that, they're looking for specifics: bedrooms, pool or no pool, yard or no yard, HOA or no HOA. So pricing is key, but we've got to make sure that, when it fits most of their boxes, if not all of them, that it looks great online. Finally, number 5, listen to what the market tells you. I'm going to price the home to sell, to get the most looks as possible. Every one of you, and even myself as a seller, we all think our homes are worth more than they are. They're not. They're not. The market is going to dictate to us what that home is worth. So when we do all the things we need to market it properly, professional photos, I help you declutter and clean and repair and all of the ideas to get people in the door, and we aren't getting them in the door, or we're getting showings and no offers, then it can only come down to one thing: price. It's always going to be price. So in the market that we currently are in, if we're getting no showings, we need to lower the price, and we can't wait 6 months. Okay. If we're not getting any showings within the first week, we need to lower it, and lower it substantially. Okay. The market is telling us it's too high. So therefore, let's not wait. Experience matters, and that's why working with someone with over 20 years experience does matter and help you. Lots of online views, but few showings. Something isn't connecting. Showings, but no offers. Buyers may be rejecting price, conditions, or terms. No activity at all. That's information as well. So let's not wait 60 days to make a price reduction. If we need to reduce it, let's do it fairly quickly, and let's make it substantial. Don't come down $2,000. That's not going to make a difference, because people are looking in ranges as well. So let's recap. 5 things you must do to sell your home in a tough market. Number 1, price it for today's market. Number 2, conditions matter. Number 3, you don't have to make your home perfect, but just make it competitive. Number 4, first impressions make a huge difference. And 5th, listen to what the market tells you. Okay? All may be common sense items that we should all know, but when you think about it today, and when you're reviewing online and looking at other homes, see what hits you first. Look for a certain range of home in a certain city and go through the photos, for example. Would you even bother seeing that home, even though it's checked all the boxes that you want? Most likely not. So selling your home isn't about getting the property sold. It's about getting people in the home to see it, to get the most competitive offers we can in a market. I'm John Rurkowski. If you'd like some more information about the real estate market, subscribe to this Realty Insights channel. I'd be more than happy to share with you my insights, my experience. I've been doing this since 2001 and would love to help you. I can help you whether it be in Tampa Bay or anywhere in the country. I'm John Rurkowski. I help families transition to the next chapter in their life. And I know I'd love to help you. If you'd like my help, just reach out today. Till we talk, take care of yourself and each other, and be well.